All right, Kevin. Stop it from shaking there. So, just wanted to go over just the Gojira riff, Heaviest Matter, and some of the chord substitutions we did there. So this is tuned now to standard. So, but just to give you an idea how it goes again, just in case. So we've got the two triplets first. So that's going to be down, up, down, up, down, up. Open strum. Then we've got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then just try to bring the middle finger down. First four strings is pretty much what they're doing. I don't think they're not doing. I don't think they're doing the whole lot. Just that much. So. And started off at about 120 BPM. So really laborsome and just a real drag on it. Not much fun to play, but again, in terms of how solid that'll get the playing, there's no substitute for doing it like that. So other than that, then we had A minor, D, G, and C. So fairly basic bog standard. So substituted that with A minor 7, D7, G7, G major 7 I should say. So that's staircase. So there's your root note there. There's the 8th, right? That's what the G would be. So there's your minor 7. And then your bass note is on the same fret that the 8th would be on, or that the second string is on. And then C major 7 instead of C major. And again, you wouldn't generally use C7 there, right? It'll be C major 7 because if we're in the key of, let's say, G, that note, which is the note that makes C7 a 7 as opposed to a major 7, is not in the key of G. That one is, not this one. So you can hear the contradiction there. So that means you would naturally go with that one. But again, that's not to say you never would, but that's as I said, the most obvious one. Okay, so the next one then we had was C major, G, B minor, and E minor. And then we substituted that with C add 9, G6, B minor 7, and E minor add 9, which is just, instead of 2nd fret, it's 2nd fret, 4th fret. Now, as well as that, we did bar chord versions of all of those. So we'll just go back to the first one then. A minor 7, take E minor 7 up 5 frets, and there it is. D7, taking A7 up 5 frets, and there it is. G major 7, I think we left that at this one because it's not a bar chord, but it's a movable chord, so it effectively is. Or another way you could do it was take D major 7 and bring that up 5 frets, and then C major 7, just take A major 7 and bring that up 3 frets. So then, in total then, what you've got is and as you said, then you can add that higher 7th as well. That's nicer, actually. And then the bar chords for the other one, I had to get a bit more creative about that. So C add 9 bar chord. So you can try that one if you want, but ish. But it's kind of nasty. So what you can do instead is just take G, a kind of reduced version of G that doesn't include the A string or the E string. G sharp, A sharp, B, C. And there, the G string, that's where your root note is, or well, your eighth note. So bring that up to a 9. And there's your C add 9. G6, take D6. So there's D major 7, D7, D6. So take that up 5 frets, and you've got a G6. B minor 7, obvious enough, we'll just take E minor 7, up 7 frets, and then E minor add 9, we can go, there's E minor, A minor up 7 frets, and then there's our 8th, goes up to the 9. So yeah, and you can do that anytime you want, you know what I mean? Like, you can sort of throw it in, you know, if you've got an E minor, let's say, and a C, just something similar, like simple like that. You could just throw in the minor 7 or the major 7 for C as you feel like it. So something like, just for the sake of, instead of changing the chord, just kind of add a bit of melody to the chord. You know what I mean? You can do it that way as well. So yeah, just any bog standard song that you know with bog standard chords in it. See if you can jazz it up a little bit with a few substitutions, make it sound a bit more interesting. All right, I'll talk to you next time.